Hello, everyone, and welcome to this week's episode of Ossu Otaku, your weekly anime podcast about a specific anime every season, every week. This season, we are talking about Takt OP Destiny because, let me tell you, it's a pretty cool show. I'm pretty interested in it. I dig it. I'm your host, Jake. Join me, as always, the most knowledgeable, the most educated, repetitive, the most prepared, Cassidy. Cassidy, how are you?
Got any more great adjectives to describe me, Jake? I mean,
the ginger with the highlights. And I'm not talking about the hair.
Ayo.
Highlights of the episode. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good today, Jake. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. Really digging this episode. I thought, oh boy, I have so much to say about it. Having a good week so far. Recording this day, the episode comes out as per usual.
Yep.
So happy to be
in that good routine.
Up on top of it. Really digging it. Good content.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
But yeah, should we just dive into this sucker?
Yeah, I would just really quick like to say that my mom is actually watching all of our episodes. She thinks it's funny that we start it the exact same way every time. So I'm just going to be paying special attention to how we introduce ourselves at the beginning of each episode now.
See, I feel bad because I feel like I'm stealing Cal's intro for me from the Game Scrubs podcast I do. So I was like, I need to change this up. Need to do something different. Come on, different show, different hosts.
But it's great. I mean, I love it. I love the routine of our intros.
It's pretty consistent.
Yeah, it's great. But yeah, I also enjoyed this week's episode. It went by pretty fast, I feel like.
Yes, so fast.
Yeah, I watched it twice and yeah, I got some notes. I actually have less notes than usual, so it's a pretty chill episode. We got some backstory, some more history, more character development. It's great. We love that. I think this is the first episode we didn't get a fight scene too.
Yes.
So
yes.
Interesting.
Very interesting. I was a little nervous because I liked the pacing and how everything was going in the episode, and I felt like it would be thrown off if they threw in a fight scene. So
yeah,
I'm really happy that we didn't get one, because I think if they tried to put it in there somewhere, it wouldn't have worked. But
yeah, I agree.
The way they did it just really nailed it on the head for me. So I dug it.
Yeah. Yep. And yeah, I just really I think that's the reason why I thought this was more of a chill episode, just because there wasn't any fighting. And there usually is up until this point. And I have to say, I looked up how many episodes are going to be in this season, and there's only 12, so we're halfway.
How did you find that? I've been looking that up every week.
I just looked it up. How many episodes of Takt OP Destiny are there going to be? And the last one airs on December 22nd, so we're going to have to find something new to watch pretty soon.
We got to fill that time, because part 2 of season 4 of Attack on Titan isn't until January, right?
Oh my God.
We're just going to be watching a lot of anime in between. We're just going to be doing a lot of entire show recaps.
Yeah, it's going to be I think 3 weeks probably, because it starts on January 9th. So
okay, that's not too bad.
Not too bad.
Plus, let's be honest, we might skip the week of Christmas. There's a lot going on. There's going to be a lot going on.
There really is. So,
but holy shit, 12 episodes. That's my jam.
Yeah, same.
Big fan of short and sweet, and if it keeps going, even better. But the fact that I don't have to watch 90 episodes, I really like it.
Exactly. So yeah, we're halfway through this this season, this show. I don't know what to call it yet, but I have a feeling this is just going to be a one-off type of 12 episode thing, especially since it's basically an ad for a mobile game, so
which still isn't out, by the way. Last week during the episode, I checked the Google store, and there is a Takt OP Destiny wallpaper pack you can get, but there's no there's no game, so that's something.
Maybe it'll come out for Christmas.
I'd be down for it. I'd be down
when the show ends on the 22nd, then you can buy the game on the 25th.
Oh man.
We'll see. I don't know. I don't know the progress with it at all, but the show is great so far.
Yeah, so good. But
Yeah.
So, all right. It's funny that we talked about like halfway through the series because it makes sense. We don't really know where they started, but we do know that they're trying to get to New York, and they're currently in this episode set in New Orleans. So it does make sense that we'd be about halfway through the series, depending on what's going to happen in New York, where they're going to stop in between. The pacing makes sense and everything, but I thought they did a really good job with the architecture. They really nailed the architecture of New Orleans.
I was gonna say, I because Las Vegas was so different from what it is today. I was interested to see like if it was going to be a similar thing, so that they didn't have to get it like accurate to like the New Orleans of today. If they were going to have like this destroyed town, especially since we know like it's a jazz city. Like obviously the D2s would be running through there pretty bad, because there's so much music and it's so lively. So I was very interested in seeing that, and I think they did a really good job with like the world building and how it's different now, how it's changed, and the population of the town now, and just like all the young people are gone. Like, of course they would be. Of course it would just be like older people. And yeah, I thought that was a really great part of this episode. It was like pretty minor, but also it made at least the first half of this episode like really world building, you know?
Yeah, it made a lot of sense. Okay, so let's just get started into this episode. So it's September 18th, 2047.
Yes.
They're rolling in, way more desert. That's one thing that really got me, was how deserted it was. But because it's a major metropolitan area.
Yeah. But it makes sense that there's like no one there.
Of course, yeah. And Takt's complaining because this is where jazz was created. This is where it was born. But then we get Destiny and Takt actually like they had a good conversation. She's developing. She's like developing a personality, and it's so cute.
It is, and it's like she made a joke, but they couldn't even still have a regular interaction because Takt couldn't even tell that she was making a joke because she's just so deadpan all the time. And that just makes it even funnier. So yeah, Destiny made her first joke. She was like being sarcastic, and nobody got it, but it was funny.
Yeah, exactly. And oh my gosh. And then they just fight in the backseat for a while. And then Anna just tells them to shut up. As she should.
Yeah.
And honestly, most tame, hold open. Just like nice.
Yeah. It was very true.
Got some good character development in like a short amount of time. Get this amazing intro again.
Yup. Never skip it.
Never.
It's so good. I get so excited when I hear it.
Prime to skip this intro.
It really is.
And then,
so, yeah.
They're gonna go shopping, so they leave Takt in a hot car with the windows rolled up. I'm kidding. The window's cracked, but it's New Orleans and it's hot.
And like seriously, he's just gonna sit there,
right? No.
He's not even gonna go help them. Like, I understand they don't think he's good at anything besides playing piano, but you're really just gonna sit in the car and
specifically not good at carrying groceries. He can't carry them properly. What?
Well, we know that he couldn't walk past the car without hitting the jack.
That's true.
With his foot, so
that's very true.
I could see him not being good at carrying groceries, tripping maybe.
Amazing. Throwing everything they get. But oh my gosh! Also, I do appreciate that Destiny / Cassette calls Anna big sister. That's the first time that she's really been doing that. I mean,
yeah.
She has, but it felt like it meant more this time.
Yes, I agree. I don't know what it was. It was just like much more natural when she said it, and she didn't have to like think about it. I don't know. But yeah, I agree. She's like actually calling her big sis, and yeah, that was super cute. It's like two sisters going shopping.
And then, oh boy, they get to the shop, and this man,
And it starts.
unnamed shopkeeper. Holy cow. So adorable. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm always, what'd they get? Foaming soap. That's big.
Right.
Of course, some, corn flakes.
Yeah.
Sauce, yellow mustard. I just love that he goes to pick this up. I'm always a big fan of like shock or like reaction scenes like this in anime. It always makes me so happy. The lightning going through his whole body and everything.
Love that.
Just kills me. Oh my gosh, it's so good. Animated so well.
Yep, they captured the feeling of back pain.
Yeah.
Sharp back pain.
I was really hoping, I'll be honest, that Destiny would like pick up the box very easily. I thought that would have been pretty funny, but they do. Oh my gosh. Yep. You know me. I'm a big fan of the balance of like humor and action, and this episode was all backstory and humor, which I'm totally down for.
Yep, same. I loved it. We got kind of a little bit of like a slice of life type of section with the girls, with Anna and Cassette. They did the helping around town. They met a lot of people in the area. We got them, delivering groceries, and it just kind of like was just a sweet little let's help everybody around here type of sequence.
So the shopkeeper hurts his back, gets a call from one of his regulars, and so they go and take her groceries to her, and then Anna puts her foot through her porch.
Oops.
Pretty funny.
Yeah. Kind of random, but
whatever, right?
Yeah.
I guess it'd be old. So they fix it for her. Big fan of Cassette just putting the hammer through the good board, not even like one of the bad ones. Puts it through the new one.
Why did they let her try anything? They should know that this is what's going to happen. She just destroys things.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Okay. So she puts the hammer through the board. But then we get my favorite joke in this, and that's the cat named Tom, the Tomcat.
Dude,
so
I know.
Clever. Such a cute little kitty, though.
And so cute, yeah. So we just have one problem after another, and now there's a cat to rescue. So they delivered the groceries, they helped the shopkeeper, they fixed the board, they broke the board, and then they have a cat to rescue, Tom the cat.
But we don't see that. What we see scared the shit out of me, because I thought that was happening. That was happening. I was like, cool. Good. We get to go from slice of life to this terrifying D2, but it's fine. Don't worry. It's just a traumatizing flashback for Dad.
Yeah, he just has like a daydream nightmare where he remembers the day that his father died. I'm pretty sure that's what that is, right?
Looks like it.
He's there at the Boston tragedy, and this huge D2, who is presumably the one that killed his dad at whatever concert or whatever it was, he's looking up at it, and it gets immediately just easily evaporated by two characters, one of which we recognize completely.
Yes.
The other of which we're hopefully going to see more of very soon.
We don't know anything about her.
Not really. But the music cards of probably the most important, influential, powerful people in America that we know.
Yep.
The Grandmaster and his right-hand man, Mr. Schindler.
But we got Hell doing her thing, and then an unknown at this point, unless you go to the My Anime list and know her name, character. But just disintegrates that sucker immediately. So
that was easy.
Like you said, he's just snapping in the car, probably got a little too warm.
Yeah.
So what's he do? Of course, exactly what they told him not to do, just starts wandering the town.
I mean, what else is there to do,
It's true. And like the only person he sees, of course he follows.
Right? Where else is there to go?
And then we end up in basically like a speakeasy.
Yes, it was so cool.
Okay, so here's the thing. All the vinyl and all the CDs and all the tapes, love it. That was so cool.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, the coolest part is that it's like a speakeasy, but obviously alcohol is legal, so
Correct.
it's like a speakeasy for music. Like they're playing music,
Yes.
they're not probably allowed to be doing,
Mm-hmm.
and just chilling at the bar, like something that you and I now would think is just like a
Oh,
given. Like you
yeah.
could just go anywhere and hear music at any time
Yep.
and it would be fine. But these old men, they're, stuck in their ways. They got to listen to their music, their jazz specifically.
Yes.
And they're just chilling in this bar. It's like they probably lived in New Orleans for a reason, like the music,
Mm-hmm.
it's a great environment, and it got reduced to just this one place that they're allowed to do it. So they're all
Ugh.
there.
Okay, so hear me out. That sounds like a fantastic existence, other than like the D2s and like the hopeless
Right.
little town. But the speakeasy where you're just drinking whiskey, listening to good music, that's my jam. I'm in for it.
Right? I mean, they do have a good situation there.
Yeah, it's pretty dope. So, Takt just like lets himself in and then just
Yep.
wanders through and just starts
Yep.
flipping through vinyl. And he doesn't like actually flip through it, but he like peruses. And then what, of course, does he pick up?
He immediately he looks for his dad.
Well conceited, but that's okay.
I know. I was like, interesting. That is interesting that he would go immediately for a tape or a CD. I don't remember exactly what it
It's a
was,
CD,
but
yeah.
yeah, a CD of, his dad, and it's classical music. But they play it for him because he picked it out and he's, a newbie. So yeah, they start the bartender. Do we even get his name? Like he's
No,
a fairly
he's young.
big. Yeah, he's fairly young and he's a fairly big talker. Like he talks a lot in this episode, but
Yeah,
no name.
I just saw last night in Soho last weekend, and they make a joke about the bartender talking too much, and you're supposed to let the patron talk, and I'm like, that's exactly what happened in this. He would not shut up.
Yep. Not that Takt would say much either,
No.
but
No.
he has a lot of praise for what ends up being revealed to him as Takt's dad.
Mm-hmm.
And we learn a lot about how respected he was as a conductor and a musician, and that he came to New Orleans not too long. Actually, I don't know exactly, but before he died, obviously.
I just want to know. I am so interested. We get a little nugget of information when he says, but Takt says, I figured everyone hated the name Asahina.
Right. I know. Like, I don't get why he thinks that.
Why? You right. Everyone we've seen, and we'll get into it more later in the episode, gets so excited. I want to know why he thinks everyone hates his dad and like his family. Because a lot of people don't even know that he has a kid.
Right. Exactly.
From what it seems like.
I know that's a whole other thing.
Yeah. Right. Oof.
But
real quick.
Go ahead.
Love the shot where he's looking down in his coffee. You see his face. Get a lot of those shots with a variety of characters and a variety of liquids.
Right. Love that too. So good. And of course, he's not even drinking it. He just wants to hear the music.
Yep. He gets a cup of coffee. Everyone else is drinking booze. Good. Right. I get it. I've been there. I used to do that all the time.
That made me wonder how old Takt is. I don't.
He's a kid. He's a teenager.
Recall.
Right?
Yeah, I just an exact age would be better. But
Be nice.
I assumed that he wasn't able to drink alcohol. I don't know. I'm sure these guys here wouldn't care how old he is if he asked for a whiskey, but in a
post-apocalyptic world, who cares, right? Right.
I don't think they care.
Alcohol laws are on like the backs of people's minds. They don't really care.
Right.
Low priority.
Exactly.
But they talk about Ken, as they call him, the ultimate maestro, came in, played a big show in New Orleans, and they're just all gushing about it. Well, mostly the bartender, but then everyone like agrees. They're like, "Oh man, yeah, it was great."
Yeah, they talk about him for like 3 full minutes, like just praise, like gushing about him, like you said, and. I mean, I don't know. That just proves to me that a majority of people like Ken Asahina. Like, It's just such a mystery to me why Takt thinks that his family name is like ruined because of his dad. I don't know. I don't know. It's such a mystery.
The Boston tragedy. I get it.
Yeah.
Well, I don't get it because we don't know much about it, but we'll find out. But yeah, he shocks everyone when he tells them that it's his kid, and then I love it because they do such a good job in this episode of like setting you up and then just immediately changing it to the other two, or like the other main protagonist. So we get that, and then all of a sudden we're just back with Anna and Cassette, and Cassette is describing the cat, and it's so cute.
I know. It's like this episode really got us to see her in a new light. Like, she was joking with Takt, and she likes like these little kittens. Like, of course, I can't imagine her not liking kittens, but she's describing it is so cute. Like, of course, she's being super like logical in the way she's describing it and why she liked it, whatever. Like, that was just great.
I'm gonna have a hot take right here.
I
didn't care for this part of the episode.
The whole Maria subplot?
Yes, it was dumb.
It was
completely unnecessary. Like, I get that they were trying to fill time, basically. They could have just I get it. I get why they didn't just make it all Takt, but like oh man, this lady, she sees Maria and Anna for some reason.
Yeah.
And then
didn't really get that.
They go to her house. She makes lemon cake, so that's pretty dope, though. Like, and it looked good, of course.
Of course, and Cassette eats like pretty much all of it.
Yes, and then then this lady, her husband gets home, but we don't see him. Well, we see him like momentarily
for a second, and then we cut back to Takt,
where we go to like an underground soundproof stage. With these cool little tables with lights coming out of them, and just a drum set, an amp, and a piano, and a microphone.
Like, this room looks so cool.
Yeah, I would love to hang out in this room.
I know, and I can just imagine, like, we got to see how excited Takt got when he saw, like, this room and this piano, and, like, of course, he has to tune it right away. Of course, he's going to play it. It's awesome. And this used to be like where is this the same room that his dad played in with the tuba guy?
No, I don't think so. Just based on
they just played together once.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the cool part is this dude that's like following him, and they kept cutting the reaction shots. I thought this dude was gonna get pissed at Takt. I was like, they're gonna throw down.
I know. I thought there was going to be like an opposing, like, oh, I'm an Asahina hater, but no. He liked him even more. He played with him.
Yeah, exactly. I really like that. It's such a good touch. Love that he played tuba and a silver tuba too.
I know.
On top of that, that's pretty cool. But and then Takt starts tuning the piano because he's gonna play it.
Oh yeah, of course.
But I like. Sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say Takt's just so blunt.
Yes, that's what I was gonna say. Is like they're like, man, you're kind of cold. He's like,
I mean, I was gonna be honest. Like, I would have wanted to do the same thing because this guy was just about to go straight into praising his dad again and just talking probably on and on.
Yeah.
And, he's just like, I get it. It's okay. Just leave me be. I have a piano now.
Important thing to point out, though. This is the first time we hear Kenji Asahina called the Rooster. So whatever that means, that's also the episode's title. So that's interesting.
Yeah, I also wondered very much what that could possibly, like, one, why he got that nickname, and why it's like it seemed to be important, especially like later in the episode. People refer to him again as the Rooster, and it was interesting.
Yeah,
but now we know his nickname.
Exactly, and we get to like this extremely sad part that I'd never thought of coming into this episode. This dude's a tuba player, right? He's a musician. What does he do now? that you can't play music. It makes perfect sense. And he's not like a maestro or anything. So it's like,
right.
Yeah, what's this dude going to do? And he talks about all he does is just hang out there and drink.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my gosh.
Yeah. Just like day in and day out, watching his life pass by.
Yeah.
Like,
Incredibly
there's just nothing
sad
for him to, he can't do his job, which is also what he loves, like his hobby. And there's just like nothing left here. And in one of the most famous like music towns in the entire country.
Yeah, exactly.
Just nowhere is safe.
Oop. Sorry everyone for that. I accidentally I hit the space bar and for some reason it was unmuted. So I was just playing through the episode a little bit. So if you hear any laughter in the track, that's me. But yeah, then he tunes up the piano, and then of course all the dudes from upstairs and some more come to listen to him play. And you know what? He plays some jazzier stuff, which I really appreciated.
I thought it was so fun. Like they got all the guys. It seemed like there were more people downstairs than there were when Takt first walked in. So it seemed like the bartender like called over the other regulars or something. It's like, oh my God, we have someone here to play the piano. You got to get down here.
We got live music. And of course
we got
they show
live
up.
music. Yeah, and they're ready. They're there for anything. And Takt plays probably what they wanted to hear the most, some jazzy piano, and it's so great. It's so
good. It's so
and you could see how much Takt loves playing. Like he's smiling the whole time. I'm sure he could go on and play forever, and it's a cute, like wholesome moment.
So good. And then we immediately get pulled out of that, thrown back into this house where this delusional woman's talking about Maria, or I guess, sorry, she's not. The husband's talking about, oh yeah, she's dead. She's dead.
Yeah.
Calling me shocked. I could have told you that as soon as she approached Anna.
Yep, agreed. Yeah, it's just a side plot.
It's fine.
But during this time, we do get to hear what Destiny thinks of Anna and Takt, which is something that I never really thought about before.
Absolutely.
Because she's just so quiet and she's so focused on her mission as a music cart. I guess I didn't realize that she observes everything and she has this own like relationship with Anna and Takt, like separately inside, like her own thoughts and feelings. Like, of course she does, but she just never vocalized them before. But she has a lot of praise and a lot of love for them, which is like so cute. It was so cute how she was describing them, like her friends, and saying, Anna, she can do anything. She's my older sister, and like Takt can be an idiot, but I love when he plays the piano.
Right, and it makes me so happy that that's still there.
I know. It's so cute. And then so yeah, I'm grateful at least that this plot point or this subplot got us that insight into what Destiny thinks about her friends and her travel buddies. Basically her family at this point, right?
Yeah.
They're pretty much the only ones that she has, and vice versa. So it was cute.
I love that she points out, she's like, he's so passionate about his music, and then, his passionate feelings flow into me, and I become the music that the maestro plays himself. And it's times like that I'm happy to be a music cart. That hits so hard. It's so good. And one of the reasons she wants to defeat all the D2s is so he can just play anytime, and that makes her happy. I'm like, ugh.
My heart. So good.
So good.
So full and warm. It's just, it is so good. And the fact that, a couple seconds later, we cut back to Takt playing the piano, and he envisions Cassette, the original girl that he knew that he once played piano with, behind him, as if he still thinks she's in there somewhere, and he thinks about her when he plays. He's so passionate.
I'm gonna cry.
I literally did start tearing up in this episode when he was playing, like, the classical, the piano, the jazz. Just when Takt plays the piano, it's just like I love it so much.
Almost overwhelming. It's so good.
Yeah, I definitely teared up in that part of the episode.
I'll tell you the part where I cried later.
Later.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
Surprisingly, I know. I teared up right there for sure. That was really good.
Mm-hmm.
And then...
It was so good.
Okay, so I think this is really cute. Because they're looking for him, right? They're not looking for him. They're going to go check on him. But then Cassette's like, no, he's in there.
Yeah.
Because she can feel it. She's got a deep connection to music and vibrations and everything.
Yeah.
And then they go down there and they see him playing, and it is so precious. Mm-hmm. It's so good.
Yeah.
Everyone's so excited, especially the guy that used to play tuba.
Yeah, of course.
He, holds his hands and thanks him.
I know.
And the Asahina sound continues to live on. So good.
As like people who have heard his dad play, like of course they would know or conduct. And yeah, that was just like such a they get to hear the Asahina Jr. Like I can't imagine.
So good.
They must have felt so like grateful and happy to be able to hear his music, and Takt, same for him to be able to play.
Yep.
And yeah, he gets a standing ovation, and Anna and Cassette get to see him in his element, and then, of course, they're also happy for him. So it was just a really good, that whole time when he was playing the piano, I was like welling up,
Same.
It was just so good.
It was so good, and it's so nice to end an episode on such a happy, upbeat note. Mm-hmm. And they leave after that, and Miss Brown, that nice lady that they helped out. The jam, you see Cassette eating the apple jam, and it looks awesome, of course.
It does, yeah.
And then we get to the part where I teared up and cried, which was where the dude gave Takt the blank sheet music. Mm-hmm. Gave him the blank sheets for him to write, which just makes me so happy.
I know.
So pure. Oh my God.
It's yeah. And yeah, I never would have thought that like something like that could be so important to someone, but now he gets to like create his own music, and I don't know, I think something like really important is going to happen with these pages of blank sheet music,
Oh yes.
Takt's going to write something, and I don't know how music cards are made. I know they're made from music, obviously. So, but I don't know. Something big is going to happen with whatever he writes on there.
Yes.
And it's going to be great.
Yes, it will. And I bet it involves whatever happens in New York. I bet it's going to be part of the finale.
Oh yeah. I know, which is so exciting.
Speaking of New York, though, I'm just assuming that's where they are. Okay, let's be honest. I assume that's where we are now with like, what's his name? We don't even know his name yet, do we? Technically,
isn't that the Grand Master?
Yeah, it's the Grand Master. Well, I mean, it's the Grand Master, but he has a name.
Sagan.
Yes, thank you. Sagan and currently unnamed music art talking to him.
Right.
First of all, as a person whose favorite color is purple, big fan of her design. So dope. The white hair, the white and black hair, the bangs,
I know.
So
her
cool.
Her hair is so cool. I do. I love her hair.
Yeah. So they're talking about how he's alive. Kenji Asahina's son is alive. So
yeah, which they didn't know. Like,
right?
Some people, one, didn't know that he even had a son, and two, didn't even know that his son made it out of the Boston tragedy alive. And like you'd think, apparently Asahina is such an important guy, and like Grand Master, you'd think if he was so important that they'd be looking for him, or they'd have found out like 10 years fucking later if he was alive.
Yeah.
I'm like, what are these people doing? Like, what is I don't know. And then he talks about the Rooster, and I was just so confused. I was like, what is so important about this? And like, why is what? And why now? I don't know. There's just so much. I can't believe we're halfway done with the show because there's literally so much that I need to know still.
Right. And here's the thing, though. So we ended the last episode, right? With Schindler. Didn't seem like he really liked Takt.
Right.
Didn't seem like he liked him. And Pagan is super hyped.
Yeah.
It's
he's like so excited to find out that he's still alive.
Yeah. And okay, so this line has really got me. Head Commander Schindler has suggested countermeasures for the matter at hand. What is the matter at hand?
Dude, what the fuck is going on?
Need to know. They're teasing me so... They're doing a great job of teasing it.
Countermeasures. Yeah, I don't know. Grandmaster Sagan and Schindler seem like very different.
Right.
Like, I don't see how they could be in the same, like, working together. Like, they seem like their goals would be completely opposite. So when the music card says Schindler wants to take countermeasures, my first thought was this Grandmaster Sagan's going to be like, actually, no, that doesn't seem like the right idea. Like,
right.
I don't know how they can like come to an agreement on anything because they seem like so opposite. But then again, don't really know anything about Grandmaster Sagan, so
yeah, I bet
just
he's
talking
evil.
out of my ass here.
He's probably super evil, let's be honest.
He's got that like mole or whatever.
That's offensive. Is that why he's evil? That's a little messed up.
No, I'm just saying it looks like almost like, I don't know. Okay, now I'm just gonna sound stupid.
I'm just kidding. I am super interested because that is it's obviously really important that he has it, or else they wouldn't have put it there. But like, what's it gonna mean?
Yeah, I don't know. When I first saw it, I don't know why, but this is obviously like a not magical, but other world. This isn't our world. Like, obviously supernatural, also not the right word to use, but weird things can happen.
Fantasy.
And, fantasy.
Yeah.
But the first thing I thought was like, almost like, I don't know.
Say it. Do it.
Like he had like an assassination attempt or something, someone's trying to shoot him in the head.
That would be awesome.
Left a mark. I don't know. Just
I dig it.
It would
make sense.
It would make sense. I feel like, the first thing I thought was definitely not like this guy looks evil or anything, but I don't know. That mark that's obviously important, like you said. So
it's so big.
Just curious what it is.
Same. And I'm curious because the last line in this episode is yes, because he is the son of the Rooster. We've gotten this said never before in any episode, and then multiple times in this episode.
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
Yeah, I have he's the son of the Rooster.
Yeah. Whatever that means.
What could that mean? Well, yeah.
Well, here's the thing. This is the part of the episode, everyone, where we talk about what it could mean, what we speculate. Okay, so here's the thing. Going into this episode, I at least knew that they were going to New Orleans. Now, I am at a total loss as to what the hell's going to happen next. Because we don't know. We don't know anything. They didn't give us a single... They're on the road. They are no longer in New Orleans. That's all we got. They're going east.
Yeah, they're going to New York still. That's about it. We don't know their exact next destination or how long. Yeah, I'm assuming they're not going to be staying in New Orleans very long.
No, they already left.
Yeah, they just went shopping,
Yep.
Did a little shopping, back on their way.
Loaded up on supplies and dipped.
But yeah, some foaming soap, some mustard, and
the essentials.
They can hit the road again. Yes. Yeah, like nothing to put the mustard on, just mustard.
It's true. They got mustard and pasta sauce. Like, I don't know.
Weird.
Maybe there was more in that box that man like broke his spine trying to lift. But,
oh, definitely. Yeah, definitely.
But we don't know.
Yeah, their next destination, not so sure. And I don't know exactly. I wonder how many episodes we're going to spend in New York,
Oh, it's got, I assume at least 2, right?
At least.
I could see 4 even. I could see 4, but definitely 2.
Yeah, getting there in the next 3 Yeah, in like 3 episodes or so,
Yeah,
maybe.
because we only have 6 left, so.
Yeah, which is crazy.
But yeah, the end is definitely going to be a 2-parter finale. Calling that now.
I hope so. That would be great.
It's the only thing I can call because I don't know anything else about what's going to happen in these next episodes.
Yeah, I didn't have. I literally put again. I have no prediction for next week's episode.
Me too.
Because they really like to leave us with nothing. Like even last episode, all we knew is that they're coming to New Orleans, and yep they did.
That's it. That's all we got.
But I could have never predicted what would have happened in this episode. So we'll see. Obviously, there's a lot of mysteries we would like to get solved. I don't think any of them will just be completely revealed by the next episode. So slowly, just building up, and we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Exactly. And everyone, you can see what happens, or you can at least see us respond and discuss all of the little things that we noticed, and you might have noticed as well when you listen to and or watch the next episode. So if you're watching it, you're watching on YouTube. So thank you very much for coming to Hogtied Productions. Make sure to check out our Twitch as well. You can follow me at Jake the Mayor on all social media platforms. Cassidy, where can people follow you?
You can follow me at Cassidy Co, and my art account is at CoHiArt. And you can follow us on Twitch at Fish Inc. We stream sometimes. But that's about it.
Very disappointed I couldn't make it for the Isabel trashing. Loved watching it though. All the TikToks y'all made from it. So good. Oh, poor Tegan.
Of course. Yeah, we hate Isabel.
Yeah, as you should. We all hate Isabel.
Thank you.
Remember that. You can hold your dogs close if you want to. Not Isabel. Always hold your cat close. Be safe out there.
Always. See ya.